think it was smooth today. Welcome to Sin Bin Stream. Tonight, Major League Baseball action between the Chicago White Sox and Kansas City Royals in Kansas City. First pitch coming up at 6:40 p.m. Welcome. Hope you had a good day. Enjoy some baseball action on a Tuesday night. Alright, let's get this out of here real quick. We'll remind you what's coming up this week here on Sin Bin Stream. Game 3 and Game 4 of the series. Next 2 days, Thursday afternoon, Friday night football, then NBA doubleheader Saturday, and then a UFL and NBA doubleheader there on Sunday. All right. Sox lost 3-0 last night. One second. Dropping them to, what is that? I got it on MLB. 10-25. And the Royals improved to 20-16. We got Burke versus Lugo on the mound. Sure, yeah, it looks like we're okay. Man, I'm not used to this browser. Where is the dang refresh? Oh. Alright, let me check real quick on my phone as well. Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to edit that live. I meant take that out. Take that out. Alright, gotta turn this down. We're good. Alright, well, let's send out the Royals nope, wrong one. Royals defense before we get underway here. Just double check. Oops. I thought I fixed this. Did this not save? Well, I gotta take that down because that's not right. Gosh darn it. Apologies, still getting used to this. I think we'll say, darn it, what did I do here? Did it not save my changes? That's disappointing. I guess it didn't. Oh, man. No, it didn't. Alright, Lugo's on the mound. We know that. Oh, man, I thought I had this. Why didn't it save? Like, I must have forgot to hit take after. Alright, I'll fix it next inning, maybe. I'm trying to check these really quick. Second base, Garcia, third. India's at third. That's how I knew it was wrong. He was in left yesterday. So who's in left? Waters this time. Center is still Isbell, but who's in right? Oh, here we go with the first pitch. Taken for a strike. Top of the Strike zone. Alright, we'll get this ready in a minute. I gotta get back to alright, the count is 1-1. Sorry about that. We'll get on it. Ball 3 is low and just outside. So 2-1. I need to lower this. I can see it. Alright, so far so good. Now there's a bouncer to third. Throw to first in time. 1 away. Lead off. Ground out for the White Sox. And here, let's take the defense for the Royals. We can leave this up. So Waters, Isbell, Biggio, and then infield, India, Witt Jr., Garcia, Paquantino. Is that how you spell it? Did I forget a letter? Oh, yeah, I did. There's an S. Apologies. Lugo, and then Fermin, the catcher, and the battery. All right, we got ball 1, next batter. Now I got to fix. All right. Put the S in Pasquantino. There we go. All right, sinker is taken for a strike. Evens the count. 1-1. Oops, sorry. Forgot to take this out. Fouled off. Four-seam fastball. Whoops. 1-2. All right, we got it. This is Vargas, the third baseman. I have to make sure the Sox defense is right. He's hitting 223. Here's the windup. Cutter high. 2-2 count. Lugo on the mound for the Royals. Oh, shoot, I didn't take it out. Sorry about that. Here's the windup, the delivery. Slider high. Full count. He's got a slow delivery. Number 67, Lugo. Alright, here's the payoff pitch. Full count. Fouled off a slider. We'll do it again. How do I refresh the app? No, I didn't mean to do that. Alright. Here's the pitch. Grounded to third. Here's the throw in time. 2 away. Alright, 2 away, and third hitter comes up. The guy who caught last night, Tice, is DHing tonight. Hitting 204. Here he hits a sinker, ground ball to second, throw to first, 4-3 ground out. That'll do it here for the top of the first. And we head to the bottom of the first for the Royals at bat. Alright, 1 second. So that should be good. There we go. Middle of the first. Burke pitching for the Sox. That's Sean Burke. 2-4 in 2025. 4.91 ERA. 7 games, 6 starts, 33 innings, 25 strikeouts, 1.36 on his whip, which I think is what walks in hits per innings pitched. All right, in Kansas City for Game 2, where the Royals lead. They captured Game 1. Oh, let me double check the Sox defense. Shoot, forgot all about that. Okay, it's got Burke on the mound, so I think it's good. All right, let's take that. We'll show the Sox defense here before we get Baldwin in left, Taylor in center, Palacios in right, Vargas at third, Mydroff at short, Rojas at second, Vaughn at first, Burke is the pitcher, Caro is catching tonight. All right, that should do it. India Witt. First pitch. Strike. India, Witt, and Pasquantino are the first three due up. All right, here's the windup. The delivery low. Ball one. He has a four-seam slider, curveball, changeup, sinker. That's Sean Burke. All right. Here's the pitch. Fouled off a slider. 1-2. India's hitting 230. 336 on base percentage. 303 slugging. 1 homer, 6 RBI on the season. Here's the pitch. Fouled off a four-seam. Still 1-2. Here's the pitch. Fouled off a popped up a four-seam. Who's getting it? Second baseman under it. And that's one away for the Royals. They're showing what Bobby Witt Jr. did last night. Alright, first pitch is inside, a four-seam, ball one. 314 average, 389 on base percentage, 504 slugging, 4 homers, 18 RBIs for Bobby Witt Jr. He hits a slider into center, and he's under it. He caught it. 2 down. All right. Burke delivers a curveball low in, ball one. He's set. They're setting up outside. Here's the pitch. It is outside. Tried to frame it. 2-0. Four-seam. The catcher, I mean. All right, Burke is set. Here's the windup, the delivery. Four-seam lined out to the second baseman. That'll do it for the first inning. Oops, sorry. I guess I headed to the second on accident. Sorry about that. 3 outs, bottom of the first. Now we head to the second. Apologies on that. All right, let's see what else is going. Oh yeah, the rest of the league. Let me get a refresh here. We'll do this instead of what we were trying to do last night. All right, Dodgers up 1-0 on the road in Miami against the Marlins. Top of the fifth. Guardians, Nationals. Scoreless in D.C. Phillies at Tampa, 3-0 Phillies, middle of the third. Padres at Yankees, no score, top third. Rangers, Red Sox, 1-0 Texas, end of 2. Reds, Braves after 2, no score. Giants Cubs in the bottom of the first, no score. Orioles Twins in the middle of the first, no score. Astros Brewers, no score, middle of the first. Pirates Cardinals just underway apparently, or still in progress in the first. Later tonight, Toronto Blue Jays at Los Angeles Angels. Do they still say of Anaheim? Coming up at 8:38 Central. Also Mets D-backs. And later Mariners Athletics. Earlier today, 10-9 Nationals. They must be doing a doubleheader and a postponement between the Tigers and Rockies. All right, ball one. Apologies. Let me get that up there. Strike one. All right, top of the second. Curveball just outside. 2-1. All right. Lugo's ready. Curo fouled off a four-seam on the outside corner. 2-2. Curo catching tonight, and Tice is the DH. All right, Lugo, number 67. Here's the pitch, and he swung and missed on a cutter right down the middle. One away in the top of the second. All right. Trying to. Swung on the first pitch, fly to right fielder's under it. He catches it quickly. 2 down already in the top of the second. So I need to go, what, this way? Yeah. Prestige Worldwide. If you haven't seen Step Brothers, it's a really funny movie. That's what this is in reference to. I'm sure everybody did that. All right. Lugo's thrown 18 pitches. Here's Palacios, the right fielder, in the lefty batter's box. Oh, a sinker, but it's called a ball. It's at the top of the zone. Palacios hitting 188, 328 on base percentage, 250 slugging, 1 homer. Missed the RBI. All right, he's set. Here's the windup. Kick, throw, slider misses outside, 2-0. All right, here's the pitch. Sinker, swung on and missed. Strike one. Setting up in right up the middle. The changeup is one hop to the center fielder for the first White Sox hit of the game. Man on first, 2 outs. Slapped it into center. Good hit, good follow through. 1 hop to the center fielder. So man at first, 2 out. And that brings up Baldwin, who's their designated pinch hitter. He bunts it high in the air, and it's caught in foul territory by the catcher. That'll do it for the first. For the top of the second. We'll head to the bottom of the second. No score. All right, I'll be right back. Oh. get some more water too. Alright, again, hope everybody's doing well. Hope you had a good Tuesday. Hope you're having a good night. Again, we'll be back here same time. I'll start the stream about 6:35. First pitch at 6:40 tomorrow night from Kansas City. Still at commercial. What? Why aren't links working anymore? Oh, sorry. Foul back on first pitch, strike one. Here's the pitch. Oh, it hit him on the left arm. That's take your base. Got away from him, ran it high and inside, hit him on the basically the bicep, or yeah, on his left arm. All right, one aboard, nobody out for the Royals. Garcia hitting .322. Here's the pitch. Strike one taken on a sinker. .322, .390 on base percentage, .496 slugging, 4 homers, 15 RBI for Garcia, the 5-hitter tonight. Sets up right down the middle, a little low. Here's the delivery, a little outside, swung on and missed for strike two. So Burke ahead in the count here. You check the runner. He's set. Here's the delivery. They wanted it high. The four-seamers fly deep to or high to right. Normal distance, and that's out number one as the right fielder reels it in. One away, one on first base still. One a base runner, or one Royal on first. All right, they're talking about the rest of the league, looks like, or they're posting about it and talking about it. All right, lefty, here's the pitch. Curve, fly to center. And center fielder's under it, makes the catch quickly, 2 away after the hit by pitch to the first batter. Oh. All right, we're set. Another lefty, maybe switch hitter. I gotta look it up. Four seam on the inside corner, taken strike one. Waters, .284 average, .329 on base, .432 slugging, 1 homer, 8 RBI for the season. Burke checks the runner. Catcher setting up on the outside corner, low. Oh, the ball is in the dirt. A changeup. It gets away. The runner will take second base. That is ball one. That's got to be a wild pitch. I mean, it was like into the left-hander batter's box, and he tried to block it, and it just one-hopped him. We'll see what they rule. All right, here's the pitch. Curveball looped outside and taken Ball 2, 2-1 the count. Let's see, did they get a ruling yet? Might have to refresh. Checks the runner at second. Here's the forcing, grounded to second. Thrown to first in time to end the inning. So we head to the third. No score. One hit for the Sox. One base runner for the Royals off of that hit by pitch. So did they call? Oh, here it is. Yeah, of course. Right there it is at the bottom. Burke wild pitch, and Perez got hit by pitch by Burke. All right, got it. Oh, they got quite a bit of info here. At the bottom, 74 degrees, partly cloudy, 8-mile-per-hour wind from right to left. At Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. Wait, we want it about there. Oh, that's right, I got it. Alright. Oops. I gotta take the runner off second. I've done that before. Alright, we're back. We got some dogs in attendance. They're showing on the TV broadcast as we get set for the top of the third. Here's the first pitch, low and outside, ball 1. That forced fastball. Rojas is up. Changeup taken high, ball 2. And there are more dog shots. Must be dog night. Alright, they're setting up outside. Here's the pitch, low, but taken for strike 1. Oh, apologies, I had the count wrong. There, it's 2-1. Apologies. I said it right. Alright, they're setting up outside. Looping curve taken for ball 3. Rojas with Taylor on deck. Here's the pitch. Took a fastball low in the zone. Strike 2, and he realized he should have swung at it. Alright, we're set for the full count pitch. They're setting up high and outside. The pitch is low, taken for ball 4. The Sox get the leadoff runner on base. Oh yeah, Nancy Faust is returning she's doing a rehearsal. I think she's going to be at Sunday's game. I think they announced she's going to play the organ for like 5 games on Sundays, I think, this year. Longtime organist for the White Sox. Sinker fouled away, strike 1. Very talented. Oh, okay, yeah. May 11th, May 25th, June 8th, June 29th, July 13th, August 10th. So actually 6 games. They just flashed the score of what games. All right, throw to first. Runner is safe. All right. Rojas takes his lead. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt. They question if he went. I guess he didn't go around. It is all right. Ball one. Pitch was a sinker inside, and I guess he didn't go around on the bunt. Taylor hitting 191, 236 on base, 338 slugging, 1 homer, 6 RBI. Here's the pitch. Sinker driven to center field and a base hit. 2 Sox aboard. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I screwed up with the outs there. Yeah, so nobody out. Apologies on that. Keep screwing up this board. Nobody out. 2 on. Bringing up the leadoff hitter, Mydroth. Here's the pitch. Taken, sinker, strike 1. Pretty much down the middle. 0 for 1 on a ground out tonight so far for Mydroth. Checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch way outside. Ball 1. Little high, too. Good stop by the catcher. Checks the runner, throws. Slurve ball. Fouled away. Strike 2. I missed what pitches this guy has. I remember they showed the Sox. I must not have been watching when they said this guy's, what's his name? Lugo. Alright, here's the pitch. Driven, grounder to second. This is going to be a double play. Oh, 2 away. 6, 4, 3, double play. 2 away. All right. Whoops, gotta zero the count. Apologies. Runner at third, 2 away after the double play. High, ball 1. Yeah, just a routine 6-4-3 double play with 2 runners on. Now they only have 1 runner at third, but 2 outs. So maybe Vargas can drive him in here with a hit. Slurve just missed the outside corner, ball 2. Or maybe we'll get a wild pitch or pass ball, and Sox will get a free run here. All right, setting up outside. Here's the pitch. A cutter fouled. Oh, just. That had the distance, but it just went to the left of the fair pole, if you will. Fouled off, strike 1. Oh, man, he hit a rocket. And just too early. All right, come on, Vargas, straighten it out. Here's the pitch. Down the middle, a slurve driven to center, but that is caught for out number 3. Hard liner, but that's it. All right, we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Still no score. Let me take the runner off of third base. And I gotta fix the inning here. We're in the mid-3rd here. Thanks for watching. Tuning in tonight. Really appreciate it. It helps out the channel. Yeah, it should be 2 hits for the Sox. Yep, that's right. Yeah, welcome to anybody in Canada watching. I know I get good views when I do hockey in Canada. No hockey till probably May 17th, which would be next Saturday, because ABC doesn't have any games before then. ABC will have basketball. That's all. Reminder, this is what's coming up this week. Sox Royals tomorrow night, Thursday afternoon, Friday night UFL football. Then we got an NBA doubleheader Saturday, and then a UFL/NBA doubleheader Sunday. All right, whoops, wrong one. Oh yeah, I got to update that one. Apologies. And what am I clicking? Let's go back to this one. I gotta go fix that other box score. One moment. Oh no, it's good. I just didn't. Yeah, I didn't click out of the box. All right, we'll take it. Yeah, I put the defense up again. Sorry about that. All right, let's get back to the regular score bug. And who's due up? Fermin, the catcher for the Royals. Then Isbell, the center fielder. Then top of the order with India at third tonight. Their leadoff hitter. Royals since April 20th are 12-2, best in the big leagues here. All right, here's the pitch. Curveball, just missed outside. Ball one. Burke with his 21st pitch of the game so far. All right, here's the pitch. Oh, four-seamer, just missed high, or no, just outside. Thought it could be 0-2 here. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed a great slider that was just catching the corner of the strike zone, the outside corner. All right, 2-1. Leadoff hitter bunts down the third base side. Throws to first, not in time. That is the Royals' first hit of the evening. Nobody out, and their leadoff hitter, or the leadoff hitter for the inning, is on. All right. Not much the third baseman could do there. All right. Burke facing Isbell. Another bunt down to third. Scoops it, throws to first. That one's in time. So a sacrifice to get the runner to second. And I forgot to clear the outs. I'm really sorry about that. One away. Sorry. Or apologies. That's what I usually say. All right. Good play by the third baseman that time. Otherwise, it would have been 2 on and nobody out. But as it is, a runner in scoring position with only 1 away. There's the pitch to the right-hander, Isbell. Low and away, ball 1. I'm sorry, India. Apologies. Isbell just sacrifice bunted the runner to second. All right, checks the runner. They're setting up high. Pitch is low, a sinker driven to center. And the center fielder catches it for out number 2. And he's tagging and he heads to third. But more importantly, there are 2 outs. But let's take care of the baseball here and get this third out, shall we? White Sox. Boy, I was like, don't know if it's the same third base coach. I don't think it is, but I had a flashback to that odd scene at Comiskey, or maybe New Comiskey, between these two teams. All right, bouncer outside, ball 1, where the drunk White Sox fans attacked the third base coach. It was crazy. Yeah, good throw to the relay, man, but that was an easy tag and advance to third. All right. Here's the pitch. They're setting up high. It's a low four-seam fastball. Driven to right. It's a long run. Actually in foul territory. Vaughn, the first baseman, makes the catch. Great play, and I'll zero out the outs right away. And we'll head to the top of the 4th. No score. Good defense by the Sox there. And we'll head to the top of the 4th. I'll be right back. Oh. Alright, still at commercial. We're good. Oh, we are back. Oh, let's get ready. Whoops. I hope I didn't just click something. Let's get the regular bug back up there. No score through 3. We'll check the out-of-town scoreboard at the half inning. Great play by the first baseman to run under it and catch it in foul territory. The right fielder had a much longer run. All right, first pitch, curveball, fouled off, strike 1. And who is up? It's Tice. He's the designated hitter tonight. 0 for 1 with a ground out. He is hitting 200 right now. They're setting up out high and outside, and that's where the cutter goes. It's just high, not outside. Ball 1, evens the count. 42 pitches already for Lugo. Here's the pitch. Curve. That was outside. Tice didn't like it, but it's called strike 2. All right, down in the count. Looks like Tice stepped out of the box to call time. Ump said to get him to go back into the box. All right, here's the windup. The delivery, curveball fouled off his foot, so we're still at 1-2. All right, Tice steps out of the box. TV's doing a lottery advertisement, I think. Yep. Illinois lottery. All right, they're setting up way outside. Here's the delivery. Changeup misses. Ball 2. You never know, I think, with the ump, though. But all right, 2-2. Here's the pitch. Curveball grounded to second and into right field. Leadoff hitter on for the White Sox. A hit for Tice, the DH. Let's go, White Sox. All right, here's the delivery. Sinker taken on the outside corner, strike 1. Or not the corner, but on the outside edge of the plate, I guess. Edgar Quiro was catching tonight. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. Curveball outside. 1-1. 48 pitches. I guess I realized that starters are just going 5 usually anyways anymore. Sets up. Slurve ball catches the outside. Quiro didn't like the call. Taken strike 2, but that one actually was a strike. No argument here. Setting up high. Here's the pitch. He swings and misses on a cutter outside. Out number 1. Tough pitch to get around on. A lot of movement. And way out, not high, but outside. It was up in the zone, but yeah. All right. Lugo, 50 pitches. Here he delivers ball 1 on a slurve inside. Vaughn at the plate. 0 for 1 with a flyout. I'm not going to harp on these low batting averages anymore. All right, here's the pitch. Swung on a nasty slurve and missed. Strike 1. It caught the edge of the plate, and it just had a lot of movement. All right, they're showing Quiro getting the catcher gear on. I think we got ball 2. They missed the pitch. They were showing, looks like it missed outside, but they completely missed the delivery of the pitch because they're too busy showing the catcher getting the gear on for the bottom of the 4th. All right, checks the runner, set. Slurve ball right down the middle, fouled straight back for strike 2. 1 away and a runner at first for the White Sox. All right. Checks the runner. Lugo's set. Wind up. Bouncer. Change up in the dirt. Outside. Full count. Sox could use a walk or a base hit here. Either was fine. Advance that runner. All right. In the set. Here's the pitch. Oh, hits a sinker. A one-hopper to the right fielder, but he's got to hustle to make it, and he's safe. Wow. Almost a long force out, but the Sox will take it. 2 on with 1 out. I get it. He thought it might be caught. That was a tough play. What is going on? How many hits do the Royals have? Oh, they do just have 1. All right, 4-1. I thought I messed up and gave the wrong team a hit. All right. 2 on for the White Sox in the visiting half of the 4th. Swung on a slurve. It's driven right at the center fielder for fly out. F8 on the scoring. 2 away on the first pitch. Was that Palacios? Yeah, Baldwin's up now. He's 0 for 1. And they're advertising their varsity sweater giveaway, I guess, May 10th, if you're in attendance. I know the Sox are coming up with a 3-game series with the Marlins, probably Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Here's the pitch. Slurve ball taken. Strike 1. Come on, Baldwin. We need a hit here. Drive him in. 0 for 1. Fly out in second for Baldwin. Here's the pitch. Low and away on a changeup. Ball 1. 59 pitches already. All right. Lugo set. Checks the runner at second. Here's the windup. The pitch. Grounder between short and third for a single. They sent him home. The left fielder bobbled it, and the White Sox are on the board. Woohoo! Still runners, first and second with 2 outs. Good hit by Baldwin. Just hit a grounder, and it found the hole between, because the shortstop was playing up the middle, and the left fielder, he wasn't going to throw him out anyways, but I think he bobbled it. So did I. I gotta fix all my box scores. All right, here's a fly ball into center, caught for out number 3, but not before the White Sox get on the scoreboard, something they didn't do last night, and they take an early 1-0 lead. Wait, did I screw it up again? Yeah, no. What is going on here? Yeah, it's 1501 when it first flashed up there. I don't know what it was showing. All right. 1 run, 5 hits. No runs, 1 hit. Middle of the 4th. That is right. Okay. Now I gotta check my other one. So they got to run in the 4th. There we go. All right. All right, let's collapse the Sox score and put the Royals up so we don't credit. Oops, got to take the base runners off. There, I got that corrected. All right. understand. Well, at least, yeah, I got to figure out what hashtag to use for the Royals. The White Sox works. I got to look into what the Royals use. All right, let's get the regular thing up there. All right, here's the pitch. Taken strike one, a four-seam on the outside edge of the plate. Pasquantino 0 for 1 with a line out in the first. Setting up low, it's a high and away changeup for ball one. Alright, catcher's setting up a little low. It's a looping curve. It was outside, but the ump calls it a strike. Just by a hair, maybe it scraped the outside edge of the plate, according to the electronic box. All right. Oh, a four-seamer high and driven ground ball to left, and he is gonna try for two. He's gonna be out. So it should be a hit and out advancing, but either way, it's an out for the White Sox. Good defense by the left fielder, good swipe tag by the fielder. I didn't see who fielded the ball. Yeah, how can that not be a hit? I'm so confused. That's bad official scoring. That's a single advance out advancing. Oh, come on. Are you kidding? That can't be right. All right, sorry, 1-0, and then the second pitch fouled away, strike one. Oh, come on, that is really odd. That can't be right. That's a hit plus out advancing. How is that? I don't understand. Here's the delivery. Pitch swung on and missed a outside fastball. 1-2. You can't be serious. That should be a hit plus out advancing. How are they just marking him out? He was out trying to make a single into a double. Taken, strike three on the outside corner. I guess these catchers fake so that the batter doesn't know what's coming. They make it look like they're setting the catcher's glove up high, and then the pitch is like, low and away. That's a single plus out advancing. How come they haven't given this dude a hit? I am so confused. Have they changed how they score baseball? Look for that to be an official scoring change. I'll change the match, but wow, I don't agree with that at all. Grounder on a 1-0 pitch to the second baseman, thrown to first in time. That'll do it for the fourth inning. Top of the fifth. White Sox up 1-0. I don't know. That's got to be a hit. I've never. That's always a hit plus out advancing. How is that not a hit? I'm so confused. The guy tried to stretch a single into a double. He still gets credit for a hit. I don't. That is crazy. And it's the home team, too. I don't get it. Keep an eye on that. All right, let's check the out-of-town scoreboard. Dodgers up 3-2, bottom of the sixth in Miami. Guardians up 3-1 in D.C., bottom of the sixth. Phillies up 3-2, top of six in Tampa. Padres Yankees tied in New York, 2-2, top of five. Reds Braves scoreless, top of five. Rangers up 6-0 in Boston, bottom four. Giants up 4-2 in Chicago, top four. Orioles trailing in Minnesota 1-0, bottom three. Brewers up at home on the Astros 4-0, top three. Pirates, Cardinals, middle of the third, no score. 3 more games to come. Nats beat the Guardians 10-9 earlier today, and Tigers Rockies rained out. Wow. Stinking Yankees, I guess. Wow. Okay, they did give him a hit. I'm not insane. Like, how is that not a hit? Good gravy. All right. They're showing the dogs in one corner and the game in another corner. We got ball 1. I was distracted by the lack of a hit for the Royals. Taken slurve, strike 1. Good God. I'm like, how do you not have that as a hit live? That's insane. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. They're setting up outside. It misses. 4-seamer, 93. 2-1 the count. This is Taylor, the ninth man in the order. He's 1 for 1 tonight. Pitch by Lugo, low and outside. Ball 3. Sox will take a leadoff walk. Yeah, they're showing all the dogs now. Hopefully we don't miss a pitch, but I guarantee that's probably going to happen. Setting up right down the middle. He misses high with a sinker. Ball 4. Leadoff hitter aboard for the White Sox. And we head to the top of the order with Mydroth at bat. All right, setting up right down the middle. Here's the pitch. Taken, strike 1 right down the middle on a sinker, 90 miles per hour. Taylor takes his lead from first. Lugo checks him from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Pops a sweeper up. Foul ground in third base side. Caught by the third baseman in foul ground. 1 away. Foul pop to 5. Position number 5. All right. Lugo 68 pitches tonight as he works with 1 away here in the 5th. 0 for 2 ground out line out for Vargas. Set. Here's the pitch. Cutter popped him up in foul territory. First baseman chases near home plate and catches it for 2 away. Man, yeah, these sinkers get popped up apparently. All right, once promising inning now has 2 away with a runner still at first. Thanks to 2 foul pop-ups, 1 to position 5, 1 to position 3, third and first. All right, here's Tice. Throw to first. Can't tell what happened. I guess he picked him off. They didn't show it, but Taylor is out. He gets picked off to end the top of the 5th, and we are halfway home with the Sox up 1-0, and the Royals coming to bat in the bottom of the 5th as we see more dog pictures. And yeah, they corrected. That should have been a hit. All right, let's. Whoops. All right, stay like that. But I gotta go like this. All right, let's check out what else is going on in the sports world tonight. All right, Cavs up big in the third quarter, 77-60, 7:32 to go. Pacers lead the series. This is 1-0. This is game 2. Warriors first. It's game 1 in Minnesota tonight. Check NHL. All right, Capitals up 1-0. This is game 1 of the second round, Eastern Conference semifinals, essentially. 5:10 to go in the second. Later tonight, Oilers at Golden Knights for Game 1 of the Western Conference semifinals, Round 2. All right, Dodgers Marlins now tied at 3, bottom 6. Phillies up 3-2, bottom 6. Guardians up 3-1, end of 6. Padres Yankees tied 2, middle of the 5th. Reds Braves scoreless, top 5. Rangers up 6-0 after 4 in Boston, and we are back to baseball. And first pitch low, ball 1. And now they show the pickoff. Strike 1 taken high outside corner. Biggio 0 for 1 with a fly out in the second. Burke has 41 pitches. Here we go. Curveball inside, ball 2. Alright. Burke is set. Here's the pitch. Four-seamer just misses inside. 3-1. Come on. Don't walk him. Setting up right down the middle. Here's the pitch. Misses inside. Ball 4. Leadoff runner on for the Royals. Burke not happy with himself for that at bat. And those series of pitches. All right. Waters is up 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed a fastball high. Strike 1. All right. Burke looks over to the runner. Now he's set. And he throws to first. Man, they are too slow to cut the camera from the pitcher to the look with the pitcher and the first baseman. I don't know what CHSN is doing. Just inexcusable. They're just way too slow. I mean, they missed it last inning. Slider grounded to second. Throw to short in time. And at first, it's a double play for the White Sox. Woohoo! A 4-6-3 double play. Second to short, just in time at first. Boy, are we sure about that? That play at first was really close. I guess. 2 away. Misses high with a fastball. Ball 1. Good defense by the Sox, turning the double play. It's Fermin. He's 1 for 1. Right down the middle. Here's the pitch. Slider fouled. Oh, no, actually, first base ground out. He takes it. That'll end it. We head to the top of the 6th. 1-0 White Sox. Whoops, typo here. All right, end of 5. Not bad. We're at the 2-hour mark. I'll take it. 4 innings to go. Oof, this is really hard on my neck. I gotta adjust my setup here. Excuse me. Alright, where are we at? 5 innings by each starter. Good outings for both of them. We'll see if anybody heads out for the 6th or not. So far, it looks like it. All right, back to this. Yeah. Oh, Marlins take the lead, 4-3 on the Dodgers. Guardians 3-1. Phillies 3-2. Yankees Padres tied at 2. Reds Braves no score. Rangers up 6-0. Giants up 5-2 over the Cubs. Twins up at home, up on the Orioles at home 5-0. Brewers up 4-0 on the Stros. No score in St. Louis with Pittsburgh. All right, we're getting more dog shots. So they send a field reporter to the road game. Okay, with the color commentator and the play-by-play. Interesting. All right. Sinker, strike one. For the White Sox here in the 6th. All right, we're set. Here's the pitch. Taken high. Ball 1. Four-seamer. Just out of the zone. They're setting up high. A looping curveball taken. Strike 2. Tice is 1 for 2 tonight. He's the DH tonight, designated hitter. All right. Here's the windup. Slow delivery. Curveball. Dumped into left field for a leadoff single for the White Sox. Their 6th hit of the evening. And we're getting an ad side by side for CHSN. Alright. Here's the pitch. Bouncer in the dirt, gets away, and we'll take second base. That's got to be a wild pitch. Ball 1. Inside the left batter's box. Almost hit the batter in the feet. And rolled out of the dirt onto the grass. No play by, is that Fermin? Yeah, Fermin. Here's the pitch. Curveball outside. Ball 2. All right, Sox got a score here. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out. Edgar Quiro, 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts tonight. Takes another ball high and outside. Cutter. Ball 3. And I don't know. I guess you take till he throws a strike. There it is. Sinker down the middle. Strike 1. Maybe you take again or hit away. Or do you bunt him to third? I don't know. Here's the pitch. Grounder to second. Thought about throwing to third. Throws to first in time for the out. But the Sox have a runner at third and only 1 away. So he did his job. The second baseman looked at third and thought about it for a second, and then he threw to first in time for the out. All right, Lugo 78 pitches. Vaughn is 1 for 2. The righty hitter hits a sinker, lined it past the third baseman. That's another run for the White Sox. 2-0. Good hit by Vaughn on the first pitch. There we go. So the Sox get one in what? We're in the 6th. Just, Waters got it in, so Vaughn's at first. Misplayed a little bit by, is that India? At third tonight. Cutter driven to center. Back at the warning track, caught at the wall. Damn, 410 to center. That looked like 409 easily. 2 away. Oh, man. Palacios just missed. I mean, he hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark. And the center fielder had to jump a little bit at the wall. And good throw to keep Vaughn from advancing to second. Man, unfortunate. Fouled off a changeup, strike 1. Baldwin's at the plate. Alright, here's the pitch. Ball 1, taking a slow curve high out of the zone. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to the second baseman. Throws to first in time. That'll end the inning, but not before the White Sox pick up another run to take a 2-0 lead. We head to the bottom of the 6th. White Sox 2. And the Royals, no scores, no runs yet. And I forgot to update the inning first. Apologies. There we go. Wait a minute. Oh, they gave the guy an error. Okay. The replay wasn't great. Like, I never got a good look at it. I was trying to do stuff. So they gave India an error at third. So that means that run is not earned, I believe. Nope. They say 2 earned runs. Not well, I guess because he would have scored on the flyout. Got it. If not for the error. Okay, so no. They gave him an RBI. Now that can't be right. You can't get an RBI on an error. Who is doing this official scoring tonight? They are terrible. Like, that shouldn't be allowed by whatever software they're using. That's insane. So I was wrong, not a hit. I got to give the Royals an error. But yeah, you can't get an RBI when you drive it in by reaching on an error. All right, don't forget, coming up this week, we got more White Sox football Friday, basketball and football on the weekend. Bottom of the 6th, 2-0 White Sox. 4-seam driven to right, back at the track and gone. Home run for the Royals as they get on the board. First pitch driven to right field. Sox up back to a 1-run lead. And that was hit hard. Just crushed it. Line inside liner, just a screamer. Right fielder got to the warning track and it was already gone. Strike 1 on a slider taken. What'd that guy say? Boom goes the dynamite. I think that was for basketball. Slider low, 1-1. So who hit that? Isbell, the 9th hitter. 4-seamer swung on and missed. Strike 2. India up 0 for 2. Burke with 52 pitches. swung on and missed. Strike 3. Fastball on the outside edge of the plate. 1 away for the Royals. 95. Swung on and missed. All right. Brings up Bobby Witt Jr. 0 for 2 tonight. Curveball misses low, ball 1. There's the set. Throw, slider, swung on and missed. Was just off the edge. Strike 1. Here's the pitch, a bouncer outside, 2-1 on a slider. So did they fix the RBI yet? That's insane. You can't get an RBI on an error. It's crazy. Here's the pitch, outside on a fastball, 3-1. Come on, Witt is fast. He's going to be at third before we know it. Don't walk him. Here's the pitch. It's taken, curve. Strike 2. Good pitch by Burke. Come on, Burke. All right, setting up high. 4-seamer fouled away. We'll do it again. 94 mile per hour 4-seam fastball. Fastest pitch for this at bat, plate appearance. All right, Burke in the windup, the delivery, foul. Oh, flied to right and caught for out number 2. Good job there to not lose him when the count was 3-1 there by Burke. Oh, excuse me. Curveball taken, strike 1. It's Pasquantino at the plate and a bouncer, ball 1 in the dirt. Oh, excuse me. Apologies. 1 for 2, a single in the 4th for Pasquantino. All right, Burke sets, throws, fouls off a 4-seamer. Strike 2. 2 away, bottom of the 6th. There's the pitch. A curveball into left field for a single for Pasquantino. Man, with 2 strikes. Darn it. Why do they keep showing this stupid guy in a gorilla suit? I don't understand at all. Is that 6-4 on hits? Still have 2 RBI for the White Sox, which is not correct on MLB. All right, here's the first pitch to Perez, who's 0 for 1. Curveball popped him up into center and caught. So the Royals get 1, but the Sox limit the damage, and we head to the top of the 6th. Still 2-1 White Sox. All right, I'll be right back. I need some more water. Actually, let's type this out here. Sox 2, Royals 1 after 6 innings. Solo homer by, what was that again? Isbell. To cut the Sox lead to 1. Alright. Let's get some water. Excuse me. All right, back in time. Curveball taken, strike 1. That looked outside. Changeup misses outside, 1-1. Rojas, 0 for 1 and a walk. He hits a curve to left field. That's going to be a single for the Sox. Good hit. Leadoff hit. Leadoff runner is on base. Let's go. Oh, I got to clear the count. All right, that brings up Taylor. Or are we pinch hitting? Nope, it's Taylor. He shows bunt on a sweeper. It's fouled away. Strike 1. Good idea. Taylor 1 for 1. All right, seriously, I don't understand how you get an RBI on an error. I didn't think that was possible. Doesn't make any sense. Did they take the error away? No, they did not. Shows bunt. It's a strike. Throw to first. Runner's safely back. It was close. So, can't bunt now. You bunt foul with 2 strikes, you're out like a strikeout. Alright, 0-2 pitch coming up. Lugo delivers way outside. Oh, come on. They called him out. It didn't look like he swung. Oh, brutal. What was this call? Oh, they're not even going to show the replay. They're talking about the minor league players. What are we doing, Chicago Sportsnet? I don't understand this. I don't know what happened. It was a slur ball outside. I'm assuming ball 1. They didn't show it. CHSN's terrible. All right. Lugo looks to first. Now he's set. Pitch. Slurve taken. Strike 1. Mydroth, top of the order. 1 on, 1 away. Top of the 7th. Slim 1-run lead for the White Sox. 0 for 3 ground out and a ground into double play for Mydroth. Low sinker. Ball 2. Lugo at 92 pitches here in the 7th. Here's the pitch. Oh, he swung on a curve, but the left fielder's under it. And that'll be out number 2 of the evening. Of the inning. Good swing by Mydroth, but it didn't have enough power. Vargas up with 2 away and a runner on. He's 0 for 3 tonight. He's playing third base this evening. All right, Vargas takes ball 1 inside on a curve. Oh, man, my elbow hurts leaning on it. I gotta lean this way, I guess. Ooh, that ball looked out of the zone, but it's strike 1 taken. That looked high. Guess it caught the edge. Set. Here's the pitch. Splitter. I think they called it a ball. We got a stolen base. Now that looked like a strike. And we got ball 2. So, alright. It's alright. Sox will take it. Good jump. And in there before the tag could get down. Who was that? Rojas or Taylor? Apologies. No, it's got to be Rojas. Yeah, sorry. Alright, 2-1 the count. 3 seconds on the pitch clock. Here's the pitch outside. Misses on a sweeper. 3-1. 2 away in the top of the 7th. Need a base hit here. Taking ball 4. 4-seamer missed upstairs. And the Sox have 2 on with 2 away. Here in the top of the 7th. Yeah, they wear those. They're advertising every Friday home game. They were going to wear those City Connect jerseys. Yeah, okay, fine with the red, but they're the White Sox, and plus it just looks like they're. I know it's supposed to look like the Bulls because Reinsdorf owns both or used to own both, but whatever. All right, that's it for. We got a pitching change here. I cannot type. Oh my gosh, come on. What am I doing? Stupid caps lock's on, that's what's up. Alright, we got 2 away. Lugo's stint is over. He's still on the hook. Okay, they changed it to 1 earned run. They were wrong on that earlier. And they finally took away the RBI. How do you do such a poor official scoring job? How are you at the major league level doing this poorly? I mean, that's insane. All right. 1 earned run, 2 runs, 7 hits over 6 2/3, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. But again, he's still on the hook. Well, actually, he's on the hook for two runs or 2 runners if the White Sox can plate him here with 2 away in the top of the 7th. All right, let's take this down. It's Angel Zerpa, or Angel probably, Zerpa, number 61 for the Royals. On to pitch with 2 outs and 2 on. And he's facing Sosa, who's pinch hitting for Tice at the designated hitter spot. Lefty to the righty, fouls a slider off down into the stands. Third base side, strike 1. Sosa 256, 280 on base, 339 slugging, 2 homers, 10 RBI. Need at least a single here. Double would be great. Fastball. What? That was off the plate. They call it strike 2. Come on. Ball was inside, no edge. You're setting up on the inside corner and you miss that pitch. Time is called. Man. What is going on here? All right, runners take their lead. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Mask off, and the catcher picks it up. That's ball one. Good stop by Fermin. That pitch almost hit Sosa on the foot. All right, Zerpa checks second. Here's the pitch. High sinker, ball two. Way up and out of the zone. Not sure how that's a sinker. He looked more like a fastball. All right, they're setting up high again, inside. Slider fouled off. Still 2-2. Yeah, Sosa has a sweet goatee. Yeah, no connecting mustache, just the goatee. Or chin beard. Looks like they had a change on defense, maybe in right. Fouls off a four-seamer on the inside. We'll do it again. 2-2. Come on, Sosa. We need a hit here. Rojas leading from second. Checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Ball three. Sinker high. 96. Sox will take a walk. Come on. Base hit or ball four here. Zerpa likes the sign. He's set. Looks at second. Here's the pitch. Slider fouled off. We'll do it again. Full count. Good at bat so far for Sosa. That one terrible call on the inside edge. All right, the Chicago White Sox number 17 heads. Oh, they were just showing the third base coach. Maybe he had to move out of the way of that last foul ball. Here's the pitch. Four seam driven to center on the run at the track, caught. Inning over. Dang. And the Sox don't add to their lead. We head to the bottom of the seventh. Still the Sox up by one. Let me double check. 2-7. Yep. All right, I'll be right back. Oh. All right, we'll check the other sports real quick. Let's check Twitter too. X, whatever you call it. 8-point lead, Cavs. 7:45 to go in the game. And still 1-0 Caps at home against the Hurricanes in the third. Alright, we're back. .65 pitches. Sean Burke has pitched 6 innings. I guess he's heading out for the 7th still. Why not? All right, slider misses outside, 1-0. Whoops. Oh, I forgot to put N7th. My bad. No. Now, yeah. That's coming up. We're still in the bottom of the 7th. All right, sorry, 1-1. Stop getting distracted here. Here's the pitch. Four seam catches the outside. Taken strike 2. Good pitch. Outside, ball 2 on a fastball. Look, high in the zone, but just a bit outside. All right. Here's the pitch. Bouncer and curve taken. Full count. Man, come on. Don't walk the leadoff hitter, please. All right, Burke. Here's the windup. The delivery. Slider high out of the zone. Fouled back by Garcia. Garcia's 0 for 2 tonight. Let's make it 0 for 3, please. All right, they're setting up. Low, ball 4. Oh, man. Walk the leadoff hitter. Not what you want to do. What? Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, 1 on. Nobody out for the Royals as Biggio steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. What are the Sox? All right, Burke is still out there. Throws taken down the middle. 4 seam, 95 miles per hour. Strike 1. Okay. All right, they're setting up outside. Here's the pitch. Swung on a 4 seam to center. And caught. 1 out. As they get it into second, he tagged, and he made it. Oh, unbelievable. Dang. 1 out, man in scoring position. Taylor did everything he could, but good speed, I guess, by, who is that, Garcia? Yeah, Garcia. He played it pretty well, and he threw a one-hopper at second base, but he just beat it. Good tag up. Curveball misses outside to the lefty, or the hitter who was in the left-handed batter's box. Drew Waters, 0 for 2, ground out, grounded into double play. All right, Burke is set. Looks at the runner. Throws high, fastball, ball 2. Burke at 76 pitches. All right. There's catcher setting up high and outside. Slider misses upstairs, 3-0. I guess put him in. All right, Steven Wilson's warming up in the White Sox bullpen. Maybe put him on, play the double play ball. Maybe get him here on a pop-up. They're setting up high. Here's the pitch, and it's high for ball 4. 2 on, only 1 out in the home half of the 7th, and I think that's going to be it for Burke. I think they're calling the bullpen right now to see if he's ready. Maybe Burke will stall just a little bit. Yeah, I think the manager's going to head out here. Well, maybe not. All right, the catcher is talking to the pitcher at the mound. I think they're trying to buy the bullpen sometime. And there it is. They will make a pitching change. Good outing for Burke. Hopefully the bullpen can get these next 2 outs before any damage. But good game here. Oh, that's a lot of letters. It barely fits. Maybe I shouldn't. Oops, did I gotta double check this real quick. Yep, that's good. Yeah, 2 walks so far here in the bottom of the 7th. Alright, let's check in on NBA real quick. Get a quick refresh here. 5:49 to go. Cavs up by 6. Indiana's up 1-0 in the series. Game 1 of Warriors Timberwolves after. Alright, hockey. 13:24 to go. Caps up 1-0 in game 1. Oilers, Golden Knights later tonight. And around the league, we got Guardians up 8-1 in DC. Dodgers and Marlins tied 4-4 in Miami. 7-2 Phillies leading the Rays. Padres, Yankees. Pods up 3-2. No score bottom of the 7th. Reds at Braves. Rangers 6-1 over the Red Sox so far. Brewers after 6 up 4-0. Pirates over the Cardinals 1-0 bottom 6. Giants up on the Cubs 5-3. And Twins Orioles. Twins up 5-1. Earlier today, Nationals beat the Guardians 10-9, so it must have been a doubleheader. And Wilson is on to pitch. Alright. Checks the runner at second. Wilson throws. Ball. Low and outside. Ball 1 to Fermin. Alright. Fermin 1 for 2 tonight. Wilson is set. Throws. Sweeper just misses outside. 2-0. Fermin had a single in the 3rd. Alright, Wilson is set. Checks second base. 2 seconds on the pitch clock. 1. There's the pitch. Taken. 4-seamer. Strike 1. Good pitch. Just on the inside corner. Alright, Wilson is set. Here's the pitch. Fouled off a sweeper. Strike 2. Come on. All right. Wilson sets. Looks at second. 2-2 pitch on the way. Fouled off a sweeper. We'll do it again. Still 2-2. 1 away here in the home half of the 7th inning. Each team changed pitchers midway through the midway through the 7th. Yeah, actually with 1 out, both teams. All right, here's the pitch. High, way high. Ball 3, full count, 1 away. Oh, man, can't walk him. You don't want 2 runners in scoring position, meaning the lead run is at second base. All right, Wilson set. They're setting up high. Here's the pitch. Popped up a sweeper. Foul territory. Third baseman under it for out number 2. Big clutch pitch by Wilson. 2 away here. Bottom of the 7th. Who is up? Fermin, the catcher. 1 for 2 on the night. Oh man, my elbow. I need to put some padding to lean on. Alright, in the left-hander's batter's box here. Sack bunt and solo home run. Actually, Isbell's up. Fermin just popped up. My bad. Alright, he's set. Checks the runner. Here's the pitch low on a 4-seam. Ball 1. I mean, top of the order on deck, but yeah, you want to be careful here against, because he's faced a righty's on deck, so you want to be careful against Isbell. Oh, a sweeper grounded to second, throws to short in time. That's it. That's the inning. The Sox get out of it. Wow. We head to the top of the 8th. Still 2-1 White Sox. And, yep, end of 7th. Let's cue that up. Alright, hey, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Let me double check. 270141, end of 7th. That is correct. I gotta check my other box score. Yep, still correct. Alright. Let's check in on we'll take a quick look at the NBA while we're at it. 7-point lead, 4:19 to go. This is game 2. Cavs with the lead. Pacers up in the series. Oh, the Hurricanes just tied it up at 9:42 of the 3rd. So game 1 tied halfway through the 3rd period. Any finals from earlier yet? No, just still the Tigers Rockies postponed, and then the first game of the doubleheader, the Nats beat the Guardians at home. Yeah, let's leave this here. Actually, I can scroll a little bit. All right, we're heading to the top of the 8th. Oh, apologies, strike 1. Might have been fouled off. All right, the batter is Kiro. He's 0 for 3. Here's the delivery by Zerpa, who's still in there. Misses on a slider, low and in. Whoops. Apologies, I need to get back to the box. There, much better. And we need to get to the Royal. No, it's Sox. Sorry. Oh, sorry. 1-1, 1-2 now. Whoops. Oh, I thought. Okay. Apologies. Here we go. 1 and 2 is the count on Kiro. Zerpa's 12th pitch. The lefty in this windup. The pitch misses high on a 4-seam. Ball 2. Sox need some insurance here in the 8th. Missed. Ball 3. Just outside. Oh, go Kansas City. Oh, no. So, no go KC. Sorry. Sinker taken. Strike 3. Called. Oops. Let's just get it over here. No bueno. that called? What was that called? Car called? All right. Apologies. Ball one. I got to get back here. Sox with one out. Vaughn up. Hits a slider. Just foul. Strike one. Just down the line. Just foul. All right, here's the pitch. Missed. Oh, he popped up a four seam. It's back by the screen and out of play into the stands by, I think, the Royals dugout. Okay, the Sox have 2 more games against KC, then 3 games set against the Marlins. Off day Monday, then they're at Cincinnati, and then they're at the Cubs the next Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think I'm only doing game 1 on Friday afternoon. All right, 1-2. Here's the pitch taken for a sinker inside. 2-2. Vaughn. Waden. Catcher sets up inside. Here's the pitch by Zerpa. Slider hit into left for a single. With 1 away, the Sox have a runner on. Shoot, where's my other... There we go. All right. Still doing... Okay. Did they pinch run? Or is that the guy who got the hit? Yeah, Jacob Amaya pinch running for the White Sox. That's what I thought. I'm like, I don't think that's Vaughn, and they must be showing the pinch runner. That'll bring up... Palacios, the right fielder, he's a lefty, facing a lefty. Here's the pitch. Taken sinker, strike one. Palacios 1 for 3, had a single in the second inning. Zerpa throws to first, and of course, CHSN barely cuts, well, it doesn't cut in time. Ump was already signaling him safe. They're just too slow. They completely missed the 1 pickoff. Had to show it on replay the next inning. Zerpa throws to the plate. Sinker fouled off. It was inside. 0-2. 1 away, top of 8th. 1 on for the Sox. All right. The catcher's kind of setting up outside. Pitch is a sinker, fouled off down the third base line. Still 0-2. Come on, Palacios. Need a double. Something. You got to get this offense going here. All right. Showing the White Sox dugout. Palacios is ready. Steps into the batter's box. Zerpa likes the call. He's in his set. Looks to first. Throws to the plate. Fouled off a sinker. We do it again. 0-2. Tough at bat here. Palacios hanging in there. 4 pitches. 3 of them fouls. All right. Zerpa throws to first. This means the runner can take off. Believe you only get the 2 pickoffs. Man, they are slow to cut to that camera. They got to be ready and just take the... It's basic baseball. I don't know why CHSN is so bad at broadcasting. All right, 0-2. Zerpa looking at the runner. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed the slider. Strike 3. 2 away. Runner doesn't steal. And that'll bring up Baldwin, who's 1 for 1 with an RBI tonight. I'm sorry, 1 for 3 with 1 RBI tonight. Tough pitch, low and in on the slider. Good pitch by Zerpa. 25 pitches tonight for Zerpa. All right. I think Al Baldwin's a switch hitter, I think. So he's in the right-hander's box. And Zerpa throws to first. So he's used one in this count already. Oh, boy. RBI single in the fourth for Baldwin. Here's the pitch. He shows bunt down the third base side. And everybody's safe. Another hit for the Sox. We got 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Gotta get a run, though. Just all singles, I believe, for the White Sox. Let me double check the box. Yeah. And the solo homer for the Royals. Great placement on the bunt by Baldwin. High pitch, and he just tapped it to the third baseman, and no play. He hustled down the line, and pinch runner was safe at second. And I'm wondering if Zerpa's getting, if we're having a pitching change, because Baldwin has his helmet off. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Baldwin made the great throw from left to cut down Pasquantino when he had a single and tried to stretch it to a double. I am sick of this gorilla in the suit. I don't know what this is with the Royals. But, you know, it's a Chicago broadcast. They don't have to show it. I mean, I guess, whatever. All right, now Zerpa's still in. Lefty hitter against a lefty pitcher. A sinker grounded to left. Rounding third. Here's the throw to the plate. Not in time. White Sox add a run. I believe it's still first and second. Looks like it. All right. Sox extend the lead to 2 with a 3-1 lead here in the top of the 8th. Let's go, White Sox. Yeah, no play. It could have been cut off. It was just a grounder to the catcher. He was already safe. All right, who got that hit? Was that Baldwin again? And that'll be it for Zerpa. We got a pitching change. Let's just say pitcher change. Top 8. I'll abbreviate it a little bit. Oh, 1 letter. I guess I can. I think I was saying pitching change, so pitcher change fits in a little better. It doesn't look so crammed in there. All right, let's check the scoreboard. Who's coming in for Zerpa? Clark. You serious, Clark? A little vacation reference for you. All right. Under a minute to go, and the Pacers are down by 5, but they have a 1-0 series lead. Let's check NHL. Under 5 to go, still 1-1. And did any of these... Let's hit a refresh, see if any of these games went final. That would be... No, just Tigers-Rockies postponed. Game 1 of the doubleheader. Guardians won 9-1. Oh, and then Nats make it, not Capitals. Even the doubleheader up and split it with a 10-9 win in Game 2. Those are your finals for tonight, with 3 games still on tap for tonight. Other games in the 7th or 8th, and 1 game in the top, 2 games in the top of the 9th. All right, here's the pitch. Swung on and missed on a slider. Strike 1. This is Taylor, the 9th hitter. Clark, a right-hander against the righty batter. Slider grounded weakly to first. That'll do it. But the Sox get a run and up the lead. to 3-1 as we head to the home half of the 8th inning. Alright, I'll be right back. Don't go away. Alright, still at commercial. We're back. Oh. Alright, we head to the bottom of the 8th. 3-1 White Sox. Who's pitching for the Sox? Will it still be Wilson? Alright. Sox made some defensive changes. Vargas at first. Mydroth at second. Amaya at short. And Rojas at third. That should be reflected. Whoops, I didn't mean to stretch it out. Let's get back here. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed on a sweeper. Strike one to India, the leadoff hitter. All right. Here's the pitch. Low and away on a sweeper. Ball one. It is still Wilson. His 11th pitch. 1-1. Here's a sweeper. Just a tick low. I thought it caught the outside corner. And I think the little batter's eye or Hawkeye, said it should have been maybe. I don't know. Here's the pitch. Four seam. Inside. Taken. Strike two. Just caught the inside corner and high. India calls time. Wilson is set. Here's the delivery. Swung on and missed on a sweeper. Would have caught the corner on the outside. One away on the swinging strikeout. Great pitch by Wilson. All right. Here's the first pitch to Bobby Witt Jr. It was 0 for 3. Swung and fouled off a sweeper. Strike one. Oh for 3, 2 flyouts and a foul out for Witt. Wilson is set. Here's the pitch. Four seam fastball high, fouled away. Strike two. 16 pitches for Wilson. All right. Setting up high. He misses on a fastball. That had some heat. 94. Witt turned away. It wasn't really that far inside. Just high. Witt thought he was going to get hit on the elbow, I guess. Just trying to brush him back a little with an 0-2 count. Time is called as we wait for the pitch clock. It's reset. Wilson steps on the rubber. He comes set. They're setting up high again. Now it looks like he's right down the middle. Now he goes low. Sweeper driven, popped up between second and right. Over the shoulder catch by Mydroth for out 2. What a play. Yeah, the right fielder had a long way to go. Tough battling at bat, and good job by Wilson to get the pop-up to second. Let's go. Great catch. Good concentration by Mydroth, who had just switched to second that inning. Oops, I need to go back up. First pitch, ball 1, taken low on a changeup. This is Pasquantino, who's 2 for 3. But he was out trying 2 singles, and he was out trying to stretch a single into a double. Baldwin threw him out at second. All right, left-hander against the righty pitcher. Here's the pitch, foul off a 4-seam, strike 1. th pitch by Wilson. Sox bullpen warming up a righty and a lefty. Cam Boozer and Jordan Leisure. Or is it Leisure? Sorry. Here's the pitch, a bouncer, changeup, ball 2. Come on, Wilson. You got this. Wilson set. The catcher's setting up outside. The pitch is just a hair outside, maybe high. Ball 3 on a fastball. Come on, don't walk him. All right, Wilson set. Catcher setting up outside. Here's the pitch. 4-seam misses, ball 4. And the tying run will come to the plate for the Royals. And here in the home half of the 8th with 2 away. Man, wonder if the bullpen's ready. I wonder if they're going to get the hook for Wilson, who's already gone. Nope, he's staying out there. He's gone 1 1/3. All right, Perez is up. Righty against righty. Here's the first pitch, low and outside on a sweeper, ball 1. Come on, Wilson. 24 pitches. Hit by pitch and 0 for 2 tonight for Salvador Perez. All right, Wilson set. Here's the pitch. Missed a 4-seam. Strike 1. High in the zone, but it was a strike. 1-1 the count. A sweeper and a 4-seam fastball so far in this at bat, thrown by Wilson. 84 and 94 miles per hour. Here's the pitch. A sweeper swung on to left field. At the warning track, over his head is Baldwin. He gets the ball, throws it into the infield. A double and a play at the plate. Too high. That's going to... Boy, he stays at second. And the Royals get a run. Oh, man. So close to getting out of the inning. Great hit. Baldwin just couldn't get back there. Oh, unfortunate. I wonder if they're going to get the call to the bullpen here. And they do. That's it for Wilson. It's too bad. He had a good outing in relief, but we have a pitching change. man. All right, at second with a double. Perez with an RBI there. So 2 extra base hits for the Royals tonight. That solo shot by Fermin, or I'm sorry, Isbell. I was looking at total bases. Sorry about that. So, White Sox have had all singles, 10 of them. And a clutch 2-out hit there by Perez, and Renfroe will pinch run for him at second, representing the game-tying run here in the bottom of the 8th. So hold on to your butts, as they would say in Jurassic Park. Oh my gosh, the Pacers are up 1 with 1.1 to go, and they have the 1-0 series lead. Just underway, 2-2 in Minnesota. And end of regulation, headed to overtime, Hurricanes Caps. And looks like we are just about set after the pitching change here. All right. Strike 1 taken on a slider. Jordan Leisure. 14 games this year. 12 innings. 4.5. Yeah, Hunter Renfroe. Man, I've heard that name. Pinch running at second. Here's the pitch. Oh, four seam just missed outside. Ball 1. Garcia. 0 for 2, walk in the 7th. Leisure set, looks at second. Here's the delivery. Slider, lined out at short. They get out of it with the 1-run lead. What a play at short. And we head to the top of the 9th. Sox clinging to a 1-run lead. Woohoo. Three runs on 10 hits for the White Sox. No errors on the defense. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error on the Royals defense. Wow, good job by Leisure to get him to ground out there. Jordan Leisure. All right, let's scroll. Let's make sure we get this centered up here. Catch a little bit of the batting at the bottom. Let's get a refresh on this NBA here. What's going on? And it's over! A 1-point victory after trailing by at least 6. And they take the 2-0 lead on the road on the Cavs, the number 1 seed in the East. And yeah, for the 4-4 early in the nightcap in Minnesota between the Warriors and Timberwolves. Yeah, not quite underway yet in Vegas, and not headed to overtime just yet. Still at the 3rd intermission. All right, let's get the other board up. All right. Apologies. Strike 1. Mydroth at the plate. He's 0 for 4. Clark delivers. Slider misses just outside. Ball 1. Mydroff throwing some leather, though. He had a nice catch on a pop to second. Slider lined to short, one away. Dang. Right at the shortstop. On May 6, 1945, Jackie Robinson made his Kansas City Monarchs debut versus the Chicago American Giants, going 1-for-4 with an RBI double in a 6-2 Monarchs win. His barrier, in the Negro Leagues. They're showing his number. The number 42 has been retired in honor of Robinson across the league. Slider taken, strike one. 87 miles per hour. Vargas 0 for 3, a walk in the 7th. Right-hander against right-hander. Here's the pitch. Slider pops him up. On the edge of the infield, caught by the second baseman. 2 away here in the top of the 9th. Sox could really use some insurance runs here. And that brings Sosa to the plate, who pinch hit for the DH earlier. He is 0 for 1. He had a flyout in the 7th inning. Taken ball one, high and inside on a fastball, 95. Ugh, my elbow is killing me. Alright. Slider popped it up near first base. Foul territory, caught to end the inning, so the Sox will head to the home half of the 9th. And with a 1-run lead. And we'll see who comes on for the save opportunity. Apologies, as I don't know. Is it going to be Leisure? Is he there? You know what? Let me check his numbers real quick. No saves. I assume, I don't know who their closer is. Apologies. Suppose I could take a quick look. Boozer, maybe? I don't think so. He came in earlier yesterday, I think. Of course, when you have 10 wins on the year, there are not going to be too many save opportunities. Alright, let's take a quick look here. Yeah. Still early on. 10-6 Warriors. Yeah, just underway in Vegas. Oilers and Knights tied still. No. Alright, let's check if there's any more finals in the MLB. I'll get that later. We're back from commercial. Looks like it's going to be Leisure, yeah. Okay. Nope, it is Cam Boozer. Alright, MLB is slow on the pitching change, unless I need to refresh. Cam Boozer, 14 games, 13 innings pitched. Luis Robert Jr. in center, Michael Taylor in right are the defensive changes for the White Sox. Mark Canha is at the plate. Is that a pinch hitter? Must be. Lines it just foul down the left field line. Strike one. All right. Somebody is slow at the switch here at MLB. Yep, they're still wrong. They're missing the pinch hitter and they're missing the pitching change. So we'll do it ourselves here. Boozer set. Canha takes a sweeper inside, ball one. C-A-N-H-A. I'm sorry, C-A-N-H-A. Canha. And Official score in KC is slow. Or whoever's scoring the game for MLB. Here's the pitch. He bounces it. Ball 2 on a slider. Come on, Boozer. Put the ball over the plate. In the strike zone. Or make him miss it. Something. Alright, lefty against the righty, or maybe he's a switch. Apologize. Ball 3 inside. High and inside. Come on. Don't walk the leadoff hitter. Please. Let's go, Boozer. Boozer set. High leg kick. Here's the pitch. Tie. Ball 4. Wasn't even close. And 1 on. Oops. Apologies. I forgot to put the proper thing up here. 1 on. Nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 9th. And MLB appears to be frozen. Yeah, they got Boozer in finally. All right, the batter's Waters 0 for 2 tonight, and ball 1 taken high. Boozer's got to get it going here. Drew Waters 0 for 2 tonight, a walk in the 7th for the Royals. Boozer looks at first. Here's the delivery. 4-seam, gets the call, taken, strike 1. It looked like it was a shade, just a hair high, but they called it. 1-1. Looks at first. Here's the pitch. 4-seamer popped up. Second baseman calls for it. And oh no, he blew it. Can the right fielder throw him out at second? No, that throw gets away, and the White Sox do White Sox things. That's got to be an error. Oh my goodness. Nobody out. Should have been an easy one. That's got to be an error, but we'll see what they call it. Oh, Lord, man. Mydroth giveth and Mydroth taketh away at second base. Luckily, the throw didn't get too far away. But the winning run is now on base. Got to turn a double play here or get a strikeout. That brings up Fermin, the catcher. Boozer sets, checks second. Here's the pitch. He's bunting. Down third base line. He's going to have to throw. No throw to first. Sacks packed with Royals and nobody out. Winning run at second. And the Sox are in trouble. Royals fans on their feet applauding. This is bad news if you're a Sox fan. Great bunt by Fermin, the catcher. He hustled down the line. Boozer gets there. Has no play. The first didn't want to throw it away. All right, they need a double play. Oh, somebody chugging a beer in one of those old SOX road jerseys, and I gotta assume they have somebody else warming in the pen, and this will be it for Boozer, who is in a heap of trouble. Should have had an out, you know. At worst, it should be 1 out and 2 on because Mydroth dropped a pop-up at second, and they did give him an error. Oh, and this is a hit, so let me... Oh, damn it, Mydroth. That was costly. 3-10-1-2-6-1. Yep, that's right. Official score got something right. Oh, brother. So, do we have a pitching change? Or is Boozer staying in? He is, because it's a lefty batter. And that would be Isbell. Sweeper taken inside, ball 1. And MLB finally corrected the Canha pinch hitting. Good Lord, that took them forever. I just saw it happen live. All right, no place to put him. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a 4-seam. Strike 1, 96 down the middle. 11 pitches for Boozer. Isbell is ready. 1 for 2 tonight. Boozer gets the sign. Here's the pitch. fouled off a fastball. Strike 2. Come on, Boozer. Strikeout would be huge here. Isbell is ready. Boozer is set. Here's the pitch. He's aiming high. Taking ball 2. Where the catcher wanted it. A 4-seam high. And out of the zone. 2-2. Nobody out. Bottom of the 9th. 1-run lead for the visitors. Here's the pitch. Popped up a sweeper. Now, can we, for the love of God, it's got to be infield fly rule. It is an out on the pop to third. So, 1 away in the home half of the 9th inning. Now the Sox could turn a double play and get out of here with a win and evening up this 4-game series at 1 game apiece. Boozer's staying in. It is a righty. India. Don't think he's a switch. I think he's a righty. All right. Here's the set. They want it. The catcher wants it high. And it's high. Ball 1. 4-seam taken for ball 1. India 0 for 4. Pop out. Line out. 2 strikeouts for the evening. Boozer is set. Here's the pitch. 4-seam fouled off inside. Strike 1. Another strikeout would be huge. Double play. Another pop up on the infield. All right, he's set. Here's the pitch. Sweeper misses inside. They're checking first. He did not swing. Ball 2. I didn't think he had gone. Boozer, 17 pitches. Yeah, that was not a swing. Good call at first. Here's the pitch. Grounder up the middle. No, they botched it, but they get the out at... No, they didn't get anybody out. Game tied. I thought the shortstop got it to second in time. They said the throw pulled him off. We got a tie game and only 1 away. I don't. This should be a fielder's choice. I can't imagine that this is a hit. Failed fielder's choice. It should be. Oh, terrible throw. Yeah, I was wrong. They didn't. Yep. They did not get the out at second. So. Are we getting a pitching change or what? And we're still waiting on the official scorer. But here we go. Bobby Witt Jr. 0 for 4. 3 flyouts and a foul out. Facing Boozer for now, but I got to imagine they're trying to give the bullpen time to warm up. White Sox infield is playing in, obviously. Now the third baseman calls time because the left fielder is coming in for a different glove. That's Baldwin. He went from left. Oh, maybe he's going to play over second base here. That's what it is. We got 5 infielders for the White Sox. With the game tied 3-3 and 1 out. And I apologize, I need to reset the count. Sorry about that. Apologies for that. All right, I guess it's Boozer against Bobby Witt Jr. Lefty against the right-handed or switch hitter. Misses on a 4-seam inside. Ball 1. Nearly hit him, which would have ended the game. Boozer has 19 pitches so far. Here's the delivery. 4-seamer hit high and deep to center. It's not caught. It didn't matter. Even if he caught it, the game would have been over. So the Royals, apologies, win the game 4-3 in the home half of the 9th. That'll do it. Let's see. I gotta see what the heck they're calling. I mean, this should be another hit. And Boozer blew it here in the ninth. 4-3, 3-10-2. Yeah, there it is. 3-10-2, 4-7-1. There's your final score. White Sox lose a heartbreaker, giving up 2 runs in the ninth. And the Royals go up 2-0 in this series. Sox dropped to 10-26. They had beaten the Astros 2 straight. Now they lose 2 straight. Royals improve to 21-16. So there's your box score. All the changes. 3-10-2, 4-7-1. That's your final with the record. Sox 10-26. Royals 21-16. 2 in the bottom of the ninth to erase the 1-0 or 1-run 3-2 lead for the White Sox. Boozer was not good. My dropped one though and committed a costly error, so not entirely Boozer's fault. And will do it for Game 2. Tune in tomorrow night at 6:40. I'll be on about 6:35 for Game 3 of this 4-game set. Yeah, let me remind everybody about that. Schedule coming the rest of this week here on Sinbin Stream on YouTube. Let's get a quick check of, let's see. Yeah, NBA is underway. Hurricanes won in overtime against the Capitals. 2-1 to take Game 1 of the Eastern Conference second round series, the Eastern Conference semifinals. Get a quick refresh here on MLB. Tigers Rockies postponed. Guardians and Nats split a doubleheader. Cardinals win at home 2-1 over the Pirates. Yankees 12-3 over the Padres, getting 10 in the 7th. They win. Philly wins on the road in Tampa 8-4. Rangers over the Red Sox 6-1. Extra innings, Marlins beat the Dodgers 5-4. And the rest of the game still in progress. And the Sox lost 4-3 in Kansas City. That'll do it. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time for baseball, Wednesday night, Thursday afternoon, or and hopefully for football on Friday night. Heartbreaker if you're a White Sox fan. Chicago 3, KC 4 is your final score. With that, hope you enjoyed the broadcast despite the outcome if you're a Sox fan. Congrats, Royals fans, on your dub. This is Sinbin Stream signing off. Take care. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please click like on the video. Please consider clicking subscribe to Sinbin Stream on YouTube. We'll see ya and